Hello everyone, it's now Tuesday the 16th of April 2024. Apologies for the shiny face. I've just had a shower and I've put on my anti-aging potions. They don't work, but I like the feel of them on my face, you know. And yes, I do have the same jumper I was wearing yesterday. I would like to reiterate that my pants, socks and under top thing, t-shirt, are clean on. My jeans aren't, but I'm only going to be in the house today, tidying, cleaning, pottering. So it's only you that can see me, so, you know, that's all that matters. So yeah, I've just had a shower, the boiler's boiling up. Apparently we're going to get some sunshine today and it's going to be dry. That'll be a novelty. After yesterday's absolute washout, it was really awful weather, really strange weather. So I'm having my black coffee. I will be back to my one meal a day. So I'll have something with salad today, I think, because I've got that salad from Aldi. So whenever I have salad in the fridge, it has to be eaten up pretty quick, otherwise it gets thrown away. So I've got lots of tidying up to do. Fortunately, the camera can only see this much. If you could see that way, and that away, and that away, you'd see what a tip this is. It's superfluous. 20 minutes and it will be restored. Not deep cleaned, but you know, it'll be okay. So what am I doing today? Well, as far as deliveries go, I'll show you those deliveries. Very exciting. I'm getting an order from Lily's Kitchen. That's dog food. I'm also getting some Playmobil from Amazon.de because it was cheaper to buy it from German Amazon and pay a bit of postage and a small import charge than buying it from UK Amazon. So quite a bit cheaper. That's a tip. If you live in the UK, you can shop from Amazon.de and it translates it all into English. It's just like basically shopping on Amazon.co.uk, but the prices are in euros. But when you come to pay, and if you pay with your credit or debit card that's in sterling, you click a box and it shows you the sterling price. And you'll get charged according to, you know, you'll get some import fee depending on how much you spend. But it tells you everything you'll be spending. There's no shocks like I've imported stuff before, not realising that my items would be held until, you know, held by ransom until I paid Royal Mail or whatever courier quite a bit of money. I was burnt like that before. Never again will I be burnt in that manner. When it comes to money, I'm like, right, once I've been diddled, then that's it. I did manage to get a video filmed yesterday for my other channel as well, so I think yesterday was fairly productive, even got a little bit sorted out, but today there's a lot of tidying up and sorting to do. Starting with the kitchen, but it's mainly upstairs, on my stairs to the bedroom, the landing. It's just, I'm stepping over stuff and it's going to be dangerous, so I'm going to sort that out once and for all. Well, say once and for all. Probably be doing the same thing in a few weeks, but anyway, it'll be sorted out for this week at least. So when Mark comes back, it's going to be all lovely and tidy for him. Carpet shampooed, floors scrubbed, the new tablecloth on the table. We'll see whether he notices. Probably won't. So yeah, I went to bed quite late because when you're on your own you can please yourself, because when Mark's here he goes to bed quite earlier than I would want to, and I want to be getting on with stuff, but I feel I can't really do much because he's gone to bed. So but then it was like that back in the old days when I was starting work at 3 or 4 in the morning. I used to have to go to bed much earlier than Mark. That's when we started sleeping in separate bedrooms. We did initially, you know, when we first got together, shared a king-size bed, but I don't know, I could never sleep properly. He was always, even with a king-size duvet, he was always hogging the duvet. I always found myself waking up, teetering on the edge of the bed with hardly any duvet cover over me. I was always having to pull the duvet cover, always having to nudge him when he was snoring. So there's no way. I mean, the secret to a successful relationship is don't sleep in the same bed. In fact, if you've got more than one bedroom and you've got a spare bedroom, sleep in separate bedrooms, okay? And it'll save your relationship. I don't know how people can, you know, in the early stages, oh, it's all nice, cuddle, cuddle. But yeah, trust me on this one. I mean, some of you watching might think, oh, I couldn't possibly sleep without my partner. I couldn't go to sleep. For me, and for him, I have to say, apparently I give out a lot of heat in bed. Okay in winter, but not in summer. I also talk in my sleep. I also make sudden movements. I don't know. So anyway, it works for both of us. He's the bedroom on the first floor. I'm in the master suite on the second floor. And it suited us fine. So... But yeah, I was up late. I was pottering. Obviously, I have to consider neighbours. I couldn't start shampooing carpets at 11 at night, but I was still doing pottering and stuff, you know. It's quite cold this morning. I didn't put the heating on. The heating's off. I've just put the water on for an hour. Just enough for my shower and enough hot water that I'll need for any cleaning jobs that I'll be doing today. You might be able to hear in the background the washing machine's going with my white t-shirts in it. So, yes, got a little delivery from Amazon, and I've got Lily's Kitchen coming. I'm also expecting from eBay a mains adapter for some Sony device. I won't go into it. Bit of a palaver. I will be showing you the device, assuming I get the correct mains adapter for it. And some Hoover parts, but I'm not expecting those today. I think that's it. Because with me ordering stuff, I have a little in my iPad, I've got notes section. So pinned to the top of my notes section is ordered. So I write down where, oh yes, I've ordered a new bread maker. I'll tell you why in a minute. So why I put ordered, and then I pin it, and then I put Amazon.de 2x Playmobil, eBay mains adapter, you know. So I put where I bought it from and what I bought, and then when it arrives I delete it. So I'm up to, you know, so no, right, I know I've got that due. Yes, now I do have a bread maker, which you saw briefly in an earlier video. It's an older model, and for some reason, when Mark decided to get the bread maker out again and use it, I thought I'd like to upgrade to the newer version. And it's a Panasonic. I think they make the best bread makers. So the new version is a different orientation. The one behind me is the front of it. It's not as wide. It's deeper than it is wide when viewed from the front. But the newer ones are wider at the front and less steep at the sides. I wanted a new one, I think, because it does sourdough. Also, it has a proper cake making program where my old one doesn't. It still has the dispenser for the yeast and everything. I might not use it. I might just test it out when I get it, and then pack it away and keep it as a spare for when that one goes tits up. But I got it from Lakeland, because now I'd recommend, if you like Lakeland, and you'll know what Lakeland is if you're watching in the UK, it's a shop for old people. It really is. It's like walking into a care home sometimes, walking into a Lakeland, because it is mainly older folk, let's say retired folk with time on their hands to do baking and deep cleaning every day, and arts and crafts, whatever. Anyway, it's a nice shop. It started in the Lake District, and they have a good customer service policy and extended guarantees. So if you sign up to My Lakeland, I think it's called, every so often, it's quite regular, I don't know if it's once a month, once every 2 months, you get a book of vouchers, and you always have, since I joined, you get 20% off your next order of, I think this time it was £50 or more. And I've often used that to my advantage, and there doesn't seem to be any exclusions, possibly gift vouchers. But a lot of these discounts, they say not including electricals, blah blah blah. So I bought a G-Tech Airram Platinum, which was on sale. It was still reduced by a lot, and then I got another 20% off. So the bread maker I've ordered was £200, so I got it for 160. But it's a pre-order. They've been out of stock for ages. I don't know, when I looked to get a new bread maker, they seem to be out of stock of, certainly the Panasonic bread makers. Everywhere I looked, John Lewis, independent stores, Amazon, all out of stock. I thought, why has there been a run on bread makers? Is there something I don't know? Am I missing out? Why? You know, and it got me panicking, thinking, why on earth can you not buy a bread maker? It was probably some problem at the Panasonic factory, or I don't know, there was a load of bread makers stuck in the Suez Canal. I don't know why, but anyway, it came back in stock. I got an email, because you can sign up for an alert, and it said, your item is back in stock. And that was early in the morning, so I clicked on it and it said, looks like you're here from an email saying the item is back in stock. Unfortunately, it's sold out really quickly. And then I didn't even get another email, so I just went to check Lakeland a couple of days ago, and it said in stock, but it was pre-order, so it should arrive in the next 2 weeks. So I ordered it because I wanted to take advantage of the 20% coupon, because that expires in about 3 days, I think. So I've got that. So I think what I will do, I'll test it out, maybe for 1 loaf of bread and for a cake, and then I'll just clean it, you know, everything, pack it back up in the box and pop it away in storage, ready for when I need it, which might not be for a while, but you know, I feel safer now I've got a spare bread maker. I know most people would possibly have a spare tube of toothpaste or shampoo in the cupboard, just so they've got one when they run out. Not many people keep a spare bread maker in case their other one goes tits up. But you know, I'm not everyone. You know, you should know, if you've watched me for a while, you should know I'm not all there. Yeah, I'm a bit, I don't know what, politely you could say I'm eccentric. I don't think I'm eccentric, I just think I'm an absolute nutter. You know, I can say that about myself. I can say I'm a Fruit Loop because I'm saying it to myself. I'm only insulting myself. So if the Scottish hate crime law, you know, if someone wants to, well, I don't live in Scotland, I don't know if it applies. Or does it apply if someone watching in Scotland is offended at the fact that I've called myself a nutter? I'm an absolute Fruit Loop. I should be certified. Ooh, somebody will clip that. But no, they probably won't. I don't have many viewers. Well, it's going up since I've been doing the extra videos, but anyway, this channel isn't about getting views and all that. It's about allowing me to vent my spleen on you poor sad folk that watch. But yeah, I do know some of you do enjoy this. Can't get over it. I could never get over Sue and Mandy enjoying the videos I did, because they're pretty bad. But Sue told me, she said, oh, we really looked forward to them, we really enjoyed them. But they are very, you know, bear with me with those archive videos, because it'll be just once a week. But yeah, once a week for many months. The Lundby series is running. I think we're on, at the time of filming this, today I think you're going to get episode number 8. And there's only 10 episodes. It could have gone to 12. So the last episode is a bit longer, because it's the final. It's the finale. So I thought, that's nice. 10 episodes in a playlist. If anyone is interested in the Lundby Dollhouse, there's a playlist of 10 videos. I've got another idea for a series coming up, which I might be able to film this week, all in one go. But I won't be uploading that for a while. I think you've had enough of dolls' houses for now. But I'll still be doing this sort of vlog. You'll still see my archive. You'll still see product reviews and holiday videos. So it's all a mixed bag, as you hopefully have come to expect from me. I am a mixed bag. So this tidying up will not get done. You see, such a I'm such a procrastinator. Anything but do what needs to be done. I mean, I don't know if is it because I'm a Gemini? I don't know. Mark's always saying it's because you're a Gemini. And then when he hears about people, if he doesn't like them, he says, oh, I bet they're a Gemini. Oh, he's a Gemini. And then, you know, well, lots of people in the entertainment business are Geminis. Unfortunately, Boris Johnson is a Gemini. But Paul O'Grady, I think, was a Gemini. I think Graham Norton. Alexa, what star sign is Graham Norton?
The zodiac sign of Graham Norton is Aries.
Oh, he's Aries. Alexa, what star sign is Julian Clary?
The zodiac sign of Julian Clary is Gemini.
I knew another puff was Gemini. I couldn't remember if it was Graham Norton or Jules. But yes, apparently Gemini is the zodiac sign of the communicator. But I don't know how that works. I mean, I don't communicate, you see. Oh yes. Alexa, add vegetarian suet to my shopping list.
Vegetarian suet added to your shopping list.
Thank you. Yes, because I want to make a steamed suet pudding in the microwave, similar to the ones we used to make in the 80s when we got our first Toshiba Delta Wave. And I got an old Toshiba cookbook that looks like the one I remember my mum having. So I looked at the syrup sponge recipe and it says beef suet, and I thought, oh, can't make that then. But you can get a Torah vegetarian suet now. It'll have seed oil in it, won't it? And I'm trying to avoid that. Oh well. In for a penny. Oh, I must check with Alexa. I've got some other things on my shopping list just to make sure she's got them written down for me. Alexa, what's on my shopping list?
You have 10 items on your shopping list. Vegetarian suet. Vindaloo flavoured condoms. Ed Sheeran is the Antichrist book. Bottom enhancing briefs. Fishnet stockings. Adult PP pants. Hemorrhoid cream. Blonde wig. Electric vagina. Bananas.
Thank you, Alexa. Right, bananas. I haven't added those to my Ocado shopping list, but I could have bought some yesterday and I fingered some, but decided I wouldn't get any. I could have got some because they're okay as a pudding with some cake. I must make some cake. Yes, I've got some cake to make. Might not be today though. Got plenty of other naughty things to eat, as you saw if you watched yesterday's video. I must say though, I did have one of the Aldi custard tarts. Egg custards, not custard tarts, egg custards. And they were edible. But I've had better. Even the Asda ones are better. And the M&S ones. But I think the Asda ones are better than the M&S. You wouldn't think. Sometimes, you know, you're surprised by stuff, aren't you? You'd think a cheaper shop would have less quality, less decent products than a so-called posh shop. But it's not always the case, you know. A lot of the stuff is made in the same place, you know. Someone said that Aldi makes stuff for M&S. Well, not Aldi. The company that supplies Aldi with some things also supplies M&S with the same things, but just different packaging. But we fall for it all the time. We like to say, oh yes, I got this from M&S, rather than, oh yes, I got this from Farm Foods. I could never admit to going into a Farm Foods or Heron Foods. I don't think I ever have, and I don't think I ever will. The lowest I've been, I think, is B&M. Although the big new one in York, newish one in York, seems okay, but the ones I've been in have been very grotty and messy, not very well managed. Right, I've spoken to you for far too long. This is already too long for a video, and I've only just started today's vlog. So what I think I might do is just crack on today. I'll speak to you at the end of the day, and I'll hopefully show you what I've managed to achieve. So I'll see you then. Oh, hello. You've caught me polishing a vacuum. It's not a Hoover. It's an Electrolux. Oh, that keeps moving. Looks quite good condition. I've got the end off. Cleaned the end separate. But it's a 305. Oh, cloth bag's fallen out. But don't worry folks, it has a paper bag inside as well. This dates from, let's see if we can date this. It's Z305. Oh, the serial number is 7. Oh, I think it's a 7. Is it 77? It ends in 701. I think it's 77. It is a 70s. Looks very 70s with that orange, doesn't it? So anyway, everywhere's an absolute tip. I've made a bit of progress upstairs, but I've made it worse down here. There's mud everywhere. Oh, it's just a nightmare. The snuggle chair, I mean, it's got a fleece on it where all the mud is. That's where Molly goes. She comes in from the muddy garden, doesn't wipe her feet, jumps up. I mean, there's mud everywhere. It's just... I've just stopped caring now. Stopped caring because there's no point. But it is an absolute mess. I've just... What's the time? Oh, crikey. Alexa, what's the time? It's 5:30 p.m. And the sun has come out, which is nice for a change. Well, it's been a bit haily as well today. Sunshine and showers. Molly killed a spider, which rather upset me. I know, it was a tiny spider. I went outside to enjoy the sun, and I was just sort of kneeling on the patio, and Molly sort of came up to me, and she was sort of wanting a fuss, and then this little spider comes along right near Molly's feet. So I thought, don't move, Molly, don't move. But she did. She just moved, trod on the spider. I thought, oh, it's all right, the spider's all right. It probably went in between the pads, you know, the feet. So the spider was sort of crumpled up a bit. But I thought, oh, I know what will happen. It's going to stay still for a moment, and then it's just going to tutor off, you know. Toddle off? Tutor? Toddle? Teeter off. I don't know. Anyway, it didn't. I watched its dying last moments. It just sort of had the last sort of movement and then didn't move again. It's still there. And it has, I know it's silly. I know it's the tiny spider. I couldn't bear it. You know, I know things die all the time. You know, tens of thousands of things, you know, creatures die, humans and animals and insects, amoebas, whatever. But to see the spider just going about its business, looking for something to eat perhaps, and then all of a sudden, that's it. Really makes you think, because that can be any of us. We're just going about our business. You know, I'm here polishing up a vacuum. I could drop down dead, could have a heart attack, or a big lorry could come through the front window, run, you know, kill me. It just, I don't know. I know it's silly. It was a tiny spider, but it was a life that was ended rather suddenly by Molly's paw. She was completely oblivious to it. Anyway, I'm going to have to say goodbye now because I've got so much to do. What I'm doing at the moment, I've done a few different things. You know, I've been tidying and sorting and other things. So I took a photo. I've got a vacuum that I did a video on my other channel for. It's not a very good one, but somebody might want it. But I hadn't put any proper pictures up. You see the sun's going out. Well, the clouds covering the sun. I didn't put any proper pictures up. I just put a still for my video which showed a load of dirt. And I kept thinking, right, I must take some proper photos for that eBay listing. So I've finally done that and cleaned it up a bit more. And now I'm cleaning this up because I'm going to put this on eBay. And there's some others. So I'm just at the moment, I think the whole evening I'm just going to do some more sorting, clean up some more vacuums to sell. I'll probably photograph them tomorrow. And just keep going. What is it, Tuesday? So I've still got 3 days until Mark comes home. He won't be home till Friday evening, sort of not too late on Friday evening. Maybe 8 o'clock he'll be home, something like that. So it is an absolute, you know... And the thing is, it's worse because normally I do make a mess, a lot of mess. But normally I look at the clock and think, right, Mark's going to be home soon. I better make it look a little bit reasonable. You know, tidy up as much as I can. And I do. So he doesn't see the worst of the mess. And you're not seeing it today. I'm too embarrassed. But, you know, there is reason for the mess. It always happens with me. I create more mess in order to tidy up, if that makes any sense. So yeah, so I'm just going to continue pottering. I'll probably stay up quite late tonight, you know, well after 11 anyway, and just carry on pottering about and see what tomorrow brings. So I will see you tomorrow with an update. And yeah, that's all I've got to say for myself today, I'm afraid. I'm not really chatty at the moment. So thanks for watching. Thumb up, subscribe, blah blah blah. Support me on Patreon, on OnlyFans, PayPal, luncheon vouchers, etc. So bye for now.